opening up about something so sensitive and so private. That's gonna make me emotional. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I'm not looking so glam as I'd normally like to start these videos, but I have absolutely nothing on my face. This is, as you guessed from the title, I wanted this to be a bit more of a raw and honest video, opening up about my skincare journey while I get ready. So I'm going to be doing kind of a normal, natural, glowy. I say natural, I always end up piling on more and more. But yeah, my skin's not too great. It is a lot better than it has been. I would not have been doing this 6 months ago to a year ago, 100% not. So I'm a little bit nervous to do this video. I'm going to be talking to you about my whole acne journey. It has changed massively over the last 10 years. It's been a very up and down journey. So I've been on a roller coaster ride for a long time. I've had clear skin, it's come back bad, worse. Yeah, I'm going to talk you through that, my experience with the pill as well, treatments that I've had or over-the-counter products that I've tried and tested, what's worked, natural treatments that I've also tried, how it's affected my mental health and how I've kind of overcome this big hurdle, any tips that I have as well, and where I'm at now. If I'm talking about something that's a really sensitive subject to me, hopefully, you know, you just look at it like a friend opening up and it's like a bit of a support system. And if you are going through a similar journey, then you know that you're just not on your own. You will get through it. I just thought it'd be a good idea for me to be a bit more myself and talk, not that I've not been myself, but show the unfiltered me, no makeup me. This is really a big step for me because I never thought in a million years I'd be posting a video of me looking like this right now, but here we are. Hopefully you will see how my skin kind of turns out. Obviously it probably doesn't look as bad as it has done in the past, so I will be adding like photos into this video and show you the recent kind of couple of years of my skin, show you what it's been like. It is so much better, but it's not how I want it just yet. I've still got quite a lot of like scarring and pigmentation, as you can see, and my forehead. I've actually got a bite here, I've been bitten on my head. Typical, but coming from cystic acne, I cannot complain. So as always, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you do, and if you want to subscribe to my channel and kind of watch my skin journey. I'm still on this journey, on this roller coaster, and yeah, I thought I'll take you guys on the ride with me. So I hope you guys enjoy. To start with, I'm using a mirror behind the camera, so I'm going to be looking over here quite a bit. I definitely start with obviously moisturizing. My face has been washed with a salicylic face wash, so I've had a spray tan, that's why my face is a different colour to my body. I start moisturizing and I've been using the Tebi Skin moisturizer, which has been recommended to me from my dermatologist. I normally use the Osk one in the morning. I think it's got salicylic in it. I've got one for the evening as well. This is more of like a intense moisturizer. I do actually prefer using this when I'm putting on my makeup. When I'm going for like a look like today, like a very light look, I will just stick to the Osk as normal because it's not like a heavy foundation. Just do 2 little pumps like that, and that kind of does my whole face, to be fair. Just put this on and then rub it in. Obviously my face is going red for the second. Kind of just then let that calm down and settle into my skin. I am actually testing at the minute a vitamin C serum. I have had such a basic routine on my skin, so I'm starting to kind of introduce more products, but I'm only testing this out, so I'm not actually going to put it on today. So I would then normally go in and prime my skin. This one I've been using for like evening makeup and heavy makeup. I'm trying to find a nice primer for the day, so if anyone knows of any that they could recommend, let me know in the comments below because I need a bit of help. I'm not actually going to prime my skin, which I know is not great, and I feel like with acne and problematic skin, priming is key. So yeah, I need to invest in one, but this is too much for what I'm kind of doing today, so I'm just gonna leave it. I am kind of all moisturised. I'm just gonna go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. I'm not gonna talk through everything I do because meant to be talking about my skin. So basically, I started off getting acne when I was like 15. I normally kind of have the teenage spots, which is really normal, but then when I was 15 it kind of got really bad, and I went to the doctors and I wanted to get some kind of cream or like topical treatment to help me, but they basically said, because I was going on holiday at this point, she basically said to me, oh, the sun will dry it out. Sorry, what? The sun? Like, no, the sun is not gonna like cure my acne. That was really bad advice. And of course it didn't get rid of the mild acne that I had, because at the time it wasn't bad really at all. It was really mild, but when you're 15 and you've never had spots before, it seems like the world has ended. I basically went on topical creams and like they were basically just drying out my skin. So benzoyl peroxide, all them kind of ones that they give you back in the day. By the way, this is Heliocare tinted moisturizer, which I absolutely love for like a natural like daytime look, and it smells lovely. But I tried all of them and actually they kind of helped, but then I felt like my skin got used to the topical treatments and I was still spotty. After quite a while, and this didn't happen straight away, it was like the creams kind of dried it all up, cleared it up, and then I started getting the breakouts again. I went back to the doctor and the only thing that they could really recommend, unless I wanted to go on antibiotics, and I was a bit apprehensive because I was so young and I heard that people that had gone on antibiotics, it came back so much worse. I don't want to take the antibiotics. And the other thing they suggested was the pill. So I thought, it's obviously my hormones playing havoc, I will go on the pill. So I went on the pill. Oh my god, I completely forgot to put my eye cream on. My brain. Normally I use an under eye cream from No. 7, gently like tap it around here, but I'm not going to put it on now. Yeah, so obviously the pill worked, it was all great, my skin cleared up, happy days. I felt like my body didn't like taking it. Yeah, so I kind of knew my body didn't like it, but I carried on being on it. So when I came off of it, my skin was okay for a little bit, and then my hormones kind of like balanced out, so that wasn't great. And then I was then back to testing over-the-counter products, googling remedies at home. So I have tried like the whole egg white thing, manuka honey, aloe vera, drinking loads of green tea, and nothing really worked. I don't think I was consistent enough with it either, to be fair. I think I just wanted that like quick fix, which we all want, a quick fix. So yeah, I didn't really find anything that worked, and I really didn't want to go back on the pill because I just knew my body didn't like it. My skin was bad, was really bad, but I would only really get spots along my T-zone, so I'd get them really bad on my forehead, all on my nose and my chin, and then like around here, but my cheeks were completely flawless. I never got breakouts on my cheeks, apart from maybe like potentially like the odd one. I went for a facial from someone and oh my god, it was the worst thing I've ever experienced in my life. My skin was so raw red. I was just like, right, that's not the way to go. Anyway, I got fed up, so I went back on. So then I was on and off and my skin was okay, it was manageable, but I still did get breakouts. I still got them around the time of the month, but it just was more manageable. It was like 3 months had passed and my skin had like, well, my hormones had balanced out. So I just think it was very like kind of putting the plaster over the wound, but not treating the root cause. And I think that was what I was kind of just doing. I was ignoring it and just going for the quick fix. And when I eventually did finally come off the pill for good this time, I then basically started testing out loads of over-the-counter products and just experimenting with everything that would potentially work, and obviously nothing did. Shock. Yeah, I have tried the ordinary, I've tried the basic like tea tree, witch hazel. I did use like the Body Shop stuff as well because they did like the seaweed and the tea tree stuff as well. Tried all of that. I tried La Roche-Posay, I can't say that right, La Roche-Posay. I think nothing cleared my skin, so yeah, I tried the spot treatments that you get, the facial washes. I tried just washing my face with just soap and moisturizing, and nothing really seemed to work. I ended up going back on the pill again, and this wasn't my... I didn't want to, and I didn't want to at this point because I'd been doing it for so long, and I thought, oh, maybe my hormones were like balancing out, because it wasn't that bad. Like, I'd feel okay without makeup on, a little bit of concealer, but it was manageable. It's probably better than what it is right now. I went back on it. I wasn't allowed to go back on the one I was on before, which was Jasmine. What I was using, I actually can't remember the name of it. Yeah, and then basically when I came off of that one, because I finally could again, after just under a year of being on it, I literally just knew, like, my skin started to get really spotty again, and then my skin, after I think 2 or 3 months of being off of it, my skin went horrendous. Like, it went so, like, the worst I've ever experienced before in my life. I started getting really bad cystic acne all on my cheeks, all down the side of my neck, all on my neck, like really big painful ones. No whiteheads, nothing like that. They were just painful lumps, and I wouldn't even touch them and they would scar. That's when you know that you have a bit more severe acne. And then combined with that, I had all the other ones that I would normally have on my forehead and my nose and my chin. Yeah, my chin just wouldn't break out as much as it used to, and it was like my jawline as well. I want to say it was hormone related, but yeah, so that was not fun. And I kind of, again, was going through something at the time and just cracked on with it. Wore makeup. I think to work and stuff I was just wearing like BB cream. I wasn't wearing like loads of foundation, but I was covering it still covering it. I didn't have to look at it every day when you're in that kind of work environment. It was until lockdown, so when COVID hit, I then realised when you're not wearing makeup every day how bad it actually was. It took until I couldn't wear makeup every day, because why would I, being at home in lockdown? It took for that point for me to realise my skin is not good. And I'd been trying products out as well at this point. So I was trying out The Ordinary. I was using the, like the, I can't remember, that AB, that peel, can't remember what it's called now. It's like red, you use it like once or twice a week. Strong stuff, I never say it's right, but hyaluronic acid, Dynamicide, all of them. I was putting all of it on my skin, and I think I got to the point where my skin was just like, leave me alone. It was so red, it was raw, it was really irritated, and I just don't think I knew how to treat my skin. So I ended up just overusing and over kind of stripping, I guess, the natural oils from my skin, which made it so much worse. In lockdown as well, it took for me to actually see my skin afar from a mirror, like standing like here, and my skin just looked red, and there was just so much discoloration, pigmentation, scarring, spots. It was bad. It was so bad. And yeah, then I went on to get in touch with a dermatologist, and it was basically about doing a collab together. And it was really weird because I actually need some help with my skin, so this is really, really good for me. And it gave me that push that I wouldn't have kind of done myself. I didn't know who to go to, I didn't know who to trust, sort of thing. And yeah, so that's why I ended up going to her for treatment, and this is kind of where I am at now. I've been having treatment for, I want to say a year, but it's not been a year because of COVID and lockdown, so it's been on and off for a year between isolations and lockdown. It's finally got rid of my cystic acne. I don't get cystic breakouts anymore, which is, I can't tell you how happy and how less affected I am by not having them cystic breakouts. It's just took a whole load of emotions away and stress as well. So I don't have them. I'm still obviously battling. I've moved on to hydrofacials at the minute, so I'm not having the laser treatment as much anymore because that's what I started on. But I've gone through a whole process of killing the bacteria and now kind of onto the extraction process, and then onto the scarring process as well. So we are getting there. It's a process, and I feel like when you go down this route that I have been down, it's not a quick fix and you have to be patient, because my next route is obviously Roaccutane, and I personally, this is just my personal choice, I really do not want to go on Roaccutane. Hopefully these facials will eventually leave me with clear, lovely skin, so I don't have to go on these tablets. A lot of people do have to go on them, and I completely understand why you would. It's just a personal choice for me. I'm not on the pill either, so I'm not taking any kind of hormone to help balance out my skin either. So this is just like how my skin has got better from the dermatologist. We're still not quite there yet, but it's a process, so I'm trusting the journey, I'm being patient, and I'm just taking my time with it. And it's really improved my confidence as well. I can go out the house and not wear makeup, I can go to the gym and not wear makeup. But yeah, I'd never do that before, so it's definitely improved my mental health and my confidence, and yeah, just going with it. So that's like a really quick summary. Actually, I don't know how quick it's going to be because I feel like I've been talking forever, but that is basically an overview of my skin journey and what I've been through to where I am now. I've kind of touched on the products that I used. Again, it was just like topical treatments, and apparently the doctors seem to think I've had antibiotics as well, but I can tell you now I haven't, but it's on the system, so they wouldn't give me any when I actually did want to take them. So I wasn't allowed them, and they basically told me that the next step was to refer me to a skin doctor and basically go on Roaccutane. So I've kind of just took matters into my own hands. I would say The Ordinary probably was the best treatments that I found. When I was just using the niacinamide, I felt like it did do something, but I think I just overloaded my skin with products. And I also have not only acne but very sensitive skin, so it's kind of the worst combination to have when you've got sensitive skin and then you're trying to treat it as well, because your skin just reacts to products. So yeah, that didn't help me at all. Kind of like all the treatments I tried, and again, like the doctor's ones over the counters, they worked but only for a short-term effect, and then your skin just got used to the product. That's how I felt. So I didn't really find any kind of topical treatments that I love. I did like the Body Shop, it was like washes and treatments. I felt that they did something, but again, nothing ever really cleared my skin. Still use La Roche-Posay cleanser. I still think their products are really, really good. I actually use the sensitive range now, and again, I think maybe the acne treatments were a bit too harsh on my skin, and I was just using too much acne kind of treatments all in one, whereas this is really lovely on my skin, doesn't irritate it, removes my makeup. And I did use their moisturizer as well, which I did like. I feel like it's like a trial and error with your skin type as well. I want to touch on the kind of like mental health aspect and like how it really affected me, which is me really opening up, and definitely let it kind of beat me, and I let it take over my life and how I felt, and definitely affected my confidence. But I have definitely overcome it, and there's a lot of things that I've kind of learned from my younger self that I don't agree with how I kind of let it take over so much. So I wouldn't always go, it's gonna be really hard for me to do, I wouldn't always go out. So say if I was having a bad skin day, I would not go to the event that I had planned, or even family events, and it just took over. And I didn't do this all the time, but I did do it. And then as I got older, I realised that I missed out on a few things that I might have done that with, learned that not to do that. And especially when COVID hit as well and we weren't allowed to do anything, it made me realise that I'm never gonna let it take away from like life and actually going out and doing things and enjoying life, because who cares? Like, skin is skin, everyone's got different skin problems. Everyone's either had acne, has it, or something there they be insecure of. So who cares? And I think it hit me like a brick wall, and I was like, why have I been doing this my whole life for the time that I've struggled? Like, it's just so, it's not silly, because at the time it definitely wasn't silly to me, but it's just until you realise what's important. And I think that it just made me realise that I'm never not going out with friends or doing anything or going on dates because I'm spotty or whatever. That really helped me. And I think the kind of things that helped me not overcome it, but just not feel alone, was to watch videos on YouTube of people that have struggled or overcome it or are still struggling, because you just feel like you're not on your own, someone else is going through it, and you can kind of listen to their story, what they've tried or how they've got rid of acne. And I think that really helped me, because I didn't feel like I was on my own. And even through lockdown and everything, I would always look at Instagram reels, not of the perfect skin of the girls battling acne or showing their real skin texture. One girl that I absolutely adore, I just had to go and remind myself of her name, but it's Izzy Rogers, and she literally is so, you definitely can't see, she is so real and open with her skin, and basically just doesn't cover it up, and it's just so empowering. It's so good to see, and it's just so positive, and I just think that is just what you need to see. And all like the reels and stuff showing skin texture, because I think Instagram is a very good place, but it can also be a very dangerous place when it comes to everything you see is just filtered and just not real. Like, I started questioning my texture of my skin now. Like, skin is textured, it's not a filter you see on Instagram. It's textured skins, it's just normal. 100% watch things that are positive, uplifting, and also like reviewing products as well, trying different things out. And then Instagram, filling your feed up, or your TikTok, or whatever social media platform you use, with positive and realness, because seeing perfect pictures every day is just not gonna help, and it didn't help me. We're all guilty of doing it, and I think it's absolutely okay. Like, I still use filters, but I just try to be a bit like more mindful about what I'm filtering. Haven't filled my eyebrows in properly, so I'm just going to do that now. But affirmations, 100%, like positive thoughts to yourself, and repeating affirmations, saying good things about your skin, even if you want to say bad things to yourself, because we're all human, we all do it. I definitely did. And then also realising how important this is to fix. Not saying you need to fix your skin, but if it's really affecting you, to look at options of what to do. It's not cheap, obviously, going to a dermatologist, but to me it's important. It's an investment that I want to spend in getting my skin to where I want it to be. So it's just, I guess, deciding and making a plan to what you want and how bad it's affecting you. I never in a million years thought I'd be talking and opening up about something so sensitive and so private. Kind of going through it, or you have been through it, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's not easy, and you know, it's just one of them things that I've just always been insecure about. But to finally start getting to a place where you feel so much more confident in your own skin, like even without makeup, but I feel so much more confident, and I can see such an improvement in my skin, and it makes me so happy. And yeah, I never thought I'd get to this day, and to even share something like this with like you guys on here. But yeah, it's just a bit weird. All I can say as well is, if you are battling with your skin, it will end. You have got this, and embrace your skin as it is. Also take photos, because sometimes when you're having treatment, or even if you're doing treatment yourself, you won't see the improvements unless you've got photos to look back on. Like, I would still be harsh on myself now and say my skin looks really bad, but when I go back to the photos of when I started having treatment, I realise that actually, no, it's not as bad as what it was, and we are getting there. Just don't be so hard on yourself. Talk about it as well. Like, I really used to shy away and ignore it and pretend that I didn't have spots, I didn't have acne. I started opening up to people about it, and obviously this isn't for everyone, and I'm not saying to go up to a stranger and be like, hi, I've got acne or whatever, but you know, when you're talking amongst friends, I just say it because I'm like, I'm not ashamed about it. Like, it's happened, it's happening. But it just also, I think it just releases that little bit of like the thing that you're trying to hide. Well, that's what I was doing anyway, so it helps. So yeah, and you're not on your own, I can promise you that. There's so many people that suffer. There's so many people that have cleared their skin completely, but your skin doesn't define you and no one's looking at your spots. Like, I used to feel really insecure that everyone would just be staring at my skin and going ugh, but no one cares, no one does it. I don't look at other girls with spots and go, oh my god. I just think how pretty they are, how confident they are, and no one cares. So that's like my biggest advice that I could give. So just do you, own you. You are beautiful in every single way and it doesn't define you, basically. And I just want to kind of touch on like where I'm at now and kind of what the next steps are. As I mentioned, I've been having treatment as a dermatologist for quite some time, but on and off due to lockdown, so it's not actually been as long as it seems. I'm happy with where I'm going and like with the before and after pictures, and I'm kind of having now monthly hydrofacials. So I've moved on from this laser treatment that I started, and the laser was just like a laser light to kill off all the bacteria, which got rid of all my cystic acne, which is great. I've just got very like under the skin little like blackheads, and I do get breakouts, especially around the time of the month, because that's so normal. The neck has cleared up massively. Still do get some occasionally, but I've stopped spraying perfume on my neck because that just seemed to break me out as well, which I never would have even realised. So the next steps are to keep going with these hydrofacials over the next couple of months. I'm gradually introducing more into my routine. Might be trying to do the whole retinol purge and introduce that into my routine, but we will see, and I'll keep posted on that one. My routine before was just very simple because my skin was just so raw red and so sensitive, and now I can happily sit without makeup and it's not looking as raw and as red. So yeah, feeling confident to introduce things back in. Definitely change. I used to have a lot of sunbeds and I do not go on sunbeds anymore. It just creates pigmentation on my skin, and I'm trying to look after my skin overall, so I've learnt that, and I'm wearing an SPF 50 on my face, which I used to just wear 30. I've got the Heliocare one as well. Oh my god, it's really covered in makeup, that's really bad. I'm just gonna hold it from here. But this is the Heliocare 50 SPF, and it's gel, so it's oil free, which is really good. I don't find that it makes me feel as greasy on my skin, and from when I have worn it, it doesn't break me out, I don't think. Yeah, I really like the Heliocare range. I think it's a really nice soft range. It's not too harsh for my skin. Thank you so much for listening to me talking about and opening up about something that I'm really insecure about, and the journey that I've been through and that I'm still going on. I'm gonna actually take you guys to my next appointment and actually show you the facial, the treatment, and yeah, just show you a bit more up and close and personal. So that'll be really fun to do as well. Hopefully we will see gradual results and I can share that with you guys. Yeah, I will leave all the information below, and also I'll put a few Instagram pages of people that I think are really good and helpful if you are feeling a bit deflated and just need a bit of like comfort and support. So I feel like these are really good pages, and I'll put them below. I'll put their Instagram names. But yeah, as I said, Izzy Rogers is just up there in the game for me. She just makes you feel so not alone and positive and just empowers breakouts. But on that note, I'm gonna kind of round up this video now, and yeah, thank you so much for watching this video and being a part of my little kind of emotional roller coaster. Thank you so much again for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.